oddly enough, this is a lot different from, the other trend I see in advertising where people are spending on more and wildly different places, some that you can't even track from one to the other. If I advertise on Meta and LinkedIn, I'm probably targeting the same people for a particular advertiser, but I can't really determine, to what extent the person on this platform is the same person on that platform. You don't have that issue on a retail media network because these big box retailers, they own the data across all of the places that they're offering advertising on. So that closed loop attribution is something that's very, very advantageous and exciting for advertisers. Also, RMNs have a ton of great data. More people going to Walmart every day in the world than pretty much any other store. So the amount of data that has been collected about these people, what they do before they come to Walmart, after they leave Walmart, what they do in that whole ecosystem is unmatched. And that's, again, a huge selling point for retail media networks. So what are the pitfalls? I would say it's pretty B2C focused for right now. It's not going to stay there, and we'll get into that in a minute. But it's pretty retail heavy. A lot of these retail media networks, it depends on the one we're talking about, but most of them require you have a product in store or at least online. So you're going to get a lot of consumer packaged goods, clothing, bicycles, retail items. That's not to say that we're not going to see a shift there. They are starting to open up. For the longest time, Walmart forced you to have products physically on the shelves in their stores to run ads through the retail media network. They have since relaxed that to some extent. So again, you can be an online-only retailer or a local retailer. You're not really this big national retailer, and you can have ads on Walmart, Target, CVS's retail media network. But with that said, it's still retail heavy. There are going to be some physical product on shelves restrictions, but not everywhere. Another pitfall is that most of these things are going to be managed service. A lot of advertisers like to be hands-on. They want to buy and place ads and measure the ads and report on the ads themselves. Since a lot of these are new, it's going to be mostly managed service, which means you're going to have to take the responsibility of buying the ads and reporting on the ads to the retail media network itself. They'll send you a report on how it does. You can give them recommendations and suggestions for changes over time. But again, a lot of the responsibility is going to be out of your hands. And the last pitfall is that while a retail media network is great, it's got that closed loop attribution. I can really report on what's working where and how it all works together, unlike my buying ads on a bunch of different platforms. It is a little bit all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak. You really need to make sure that the retail media network you're going on is right for your customer. If your product or your brand doesn't offer something that is really sold in one of these stores, it might not be the best fit. However, there is a shift, when we will see, but there is a shift toward potentially letting not just B2C, product type advertisers advertising on these retail media networks, but B2B companies. Think about, you've got a person that is going into the store looking for landscaping material. They're trying to clean up their yard, do it themselves. If you had that data and you're a landscaping company, you could target people while they're in, a Target or a Walmart and try to serve them ads while they're there or post store visit and try to convince them to use your landscaping firm instead of trying to do it themselves. So there are going to be shifts as these big box retailers want to make more money. They're going to lessen the restrictions. So that's something for a B2B brand to look out for. So it's not just going to be B2C. It will get there eventually, but not as of yet. So lastly, how do you get access to a retail media network? Most of them have a self-service platform. They have websites. You can go to them. You can log on, put in a credit card, and start making your own ads. If you want to get a little bit more complicated, you want to have an account team. There are also links to get in touch with an account rep and start working that way. I would say if you are going to go that route or you really don't know where do I run on, what is going to hit my target demographic the best for my brand, it'd be best to work with an agency that really understands that and can help you kind of diversify amongst all the retail media networks or none of the retail media networks if it's really not a right fit for you.